Hello everyone! We are back with our friends from Playground Games to bring you all the latest news in a brand new edition of Forza Horizon 5. Let's go! A sea of neon lights and flashes from the past arrive at the Horizon Festival this month to welcome the Horizon Retrowave series. So let's start by taking a look at what's coming up on today's show. What better way to start than by putting our headphones on and vibing to the tunes from a brand new radio station? We'll have Horizon's lead audio designer tell us all about the new music joining the festival. Next, it's all about aesthetics as the highway gets taken over by neon lights and retro decorations to bring a dash of style to your relaxing night drives across Mexico. The festival playlist is packed with rewards as always, so we'll walk you through what events and challenges await you this month. And speaking of rewards, start making room in your garage, folks, because there is a wave of stylish new cars hitting the festival for a complete retro futuristic experience. Following that, we're going to celebrate Event Lab builders with Event Lab of the Month spotlight, as well as a small little blocky surprise. And finally, we'll end the show by taking a look at what's coming up next month. Awesome. Now, before we begin introducing our guests for today's show, I heard that Chris and Michael from the vehicle team really wanted to talk about an interesting visitor that they had earlier today. So let's check it out.
Hey everyone, you join us outside the studio today with what might be the best series theme and car combination we've ever had. So today we have with us Hyundai's Envision 74 hydrogen electric fuel cell concept. So what is it? This is a 7-year rolling laboratory that Hyundai's been working on to test out combining an electric powertrain with a hydrogen fuel cell. Michael, I think you know a few things about this car. Do you want to tell people?
I do, as you say. So it's got a hydrogen electric fuel cell hybrid drivetrain. So this is very interesting. So it starts at the front where we've got a hydrogen fuel cell which can create 85 kilowatts. And then as we move back towards the center of the car, you have your more kind of traditional battery that you might expect in a modern car now. That's 65 kilowatt hours and it's placed in between the driver and the passenger for really good weight distribution. And then for that fuel cell in the front, obviously we need the hydrogen. So the hydrogen is stored in the back in two 2.1 kilogram tanks. And obviously, all this energy being created, we wanted to create some power to make this thing move. So there's 2 electric motors in the back, one for each wheel. Those generate 500 kilowatts total. And because there's 2 separate motors, it can do torque vectoring, which is great for things like setting a great lap time to help the dynamics of the vehicle.
Can it also do skids?
It can do skids.
Yes.
Because obviously you can just send all that torque to the inside wheel and get this thing going sideways, which I know is something that Chris really loves to do.
I like skids.
And the great thing about this kind of hybrid drivetrain is you can charge it up like your traditional EV, but also you can just within 5 minutes fill those hydrogen tanks and then you're good to go for 370 miles of range.
So as Michael said, it's got a hydrogen fuel cell up front. It's a really interesting technology. It's using a chemical reaction called reverse electrolysis to generate electricity using the hydrogen in those tanks at the back. That creates 85 kilowatts, about 100 horsepower, I think, isn't it? That's then being sent to either the battery or the motors. So why would Hyundai do this? Well, one of the problems with EVs in terms of motorsport and track performance is over time, the more you hammer on it, the more degradation you have from the battery, the less power output you've got. Obviously, in a race scenario, you want maximum power all the time. So Hyundai is using the fuel cell to kind of deal with that power drop off from the battery. So it can always produce that 670 horsepower or 500 kilowatts. Meaning on track, this thing can go for lap after lap without any power drop off. But we've not spoken about maybe the coolest part about this car yet. The looks, look at it, it's so cool. Michael, what's your favorite bit about it?
Well, where do I start? What I really like about this car is they looked to the original Pony Coupe that they did in 1974 and used a lot of those design influences in this car. So if you look at that car, you'll be able to recognize elements from the front lights. And then just as you look at the sides, the wedge shape of the front and the back is very reminiscent of that car. But obviously, it has taken, inspiration from other 80s cars or some famous cars that you might have seen in some movies.
I can't think what car.
What car could that be? And I really like the wheel covers on this car. Like, if you're a big fan of 80s Group B Rally, you will recognize them straight away. I think they're a great touch. And then as we go back, this car is primarily at the moment for like a motorsport development purpose, and obviously I think this is your favourite thing on the car.
I love a
Chris?
big rear wing. I love
A
it.
big rear wing. So this is just great. Give you that downforce, give you that performance that you need. Just incorporating it really nicely into the general style of the car. It's not just for looks. Like obviously, it gives that aerodynamics, really helps the performance of the car around the track. And they've incorporated it really well with the rest of the car. So I just love the general look of this thing, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Got to say a massive thanks to Hyundai for letting us have this. It's been amazing to have it at the studio, get a really close look at it and learn about the technologies inside of it. We really hope everyone's going to love driving this around in our retro-themed Mexico this series, along with our new radio station in Forza Horizon 5. Adios.
Adios.
That looks absolutely incredible. I cannot believe you were able to actually bring the car to the studio. There's a certain energy and excitement bubbling around the building today, and I'm going to use this moment to introduce today's guest for the show, starting with one of the retrowave architects from the Evolving World team. It's environment artist Mihaela Ciora. How are you doing? And what was it like seeing that car outside the building? Exciting, right?
Very, very exciting, and it was so nice to just see it in person.
Absolutely.
And I would just love to be able to drive it during the night.
Yeah,
But
just take it off, steal it, do some like loops around it, go to car park, that kind of
It
vibe,
wasn't
right?
me, but
Yeah.
I'm taking it.
Absolutely, I know what you're trying to say there. Working hard even behind the scenes to bring a synthesized touch to the Horizon Festival. It's lead audio designer Rory Chapman. How are you doing? You well, my bud?
I'm doing great, thanks. Yeah.
Have you got all your selfies with the car and all?
I have. I need that car.
Yeah, it's proper Instagram fodder, just lying on the floor like, oh,
It's
just
the
brought this
best.
one at the weekend.
It's the best looking car. Yeah,
I'm
love
surprised
it.
you were able to get even a second with the car. I know Chris was probably sniffing all over it, looking at this and all the little details.
There was a swarm around it. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It was such a sight. And last but not least, design director Gin Patharaja joins us for the first time on stream today. So let's take this opportunity to meet you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited to be here and help present the latest playlist to you all. So yeah, I'm Gin, I'm the game design director, focusing on the live aspects of the game. And so my sole mission is to make awesome playlists like this for everybody
That's
to
you
play
we
as
have
well
to
with my
thank
team.
for, huh?
Yeah,
And what a day to join us as well. Did you have a moment with the car?
I did. You know what my favourite part was?
Go on, tell us.
Those 80s aero disc wheels. How
They were
cool are
pretty
they?
good.
With the centre lock as well.
So on theme for everything we're going to be talking about
Fantastic.
today. You guys are geniuses. Now, why don't we get ourselves comfortable and turn the volume up to listen to some brand new tunes. It's time to introduce Horizon Wave, a brand new radio station coming to Forza Horizon 5. So we're going to jump in now. Gin is being brave on your very first show and is going to be driving us around. And Rory, I would love for you to tell us, well, with Mihaela, everything that we're about to see here, because this is pretty special, right?
This is really pretty special.
Yeah.
Really exciting news. A brand new synthwave station that's coming to Forza Horizon 5. This is Horizon Wave. And this is all about transporting listeners back to the neon-filled 1980s. So think movies and video games of the 80s, really tying together.
Proper culture.
Proper nostalgic.
Absolutely.
all those amazing retro futuristic aesthetic.
And it's
touches.
bled out from the radio as well, which is one of the most exciting things. It's not just a new radio station, it's everything.
Exactly. The thing that the team's been excited about is this all coming together as one, you know, the visuals and audio, the music, and the cars. I mean, look at the end vision here. Cruising down the highway with the lights.
So tell us what we're seeing here. Tell us what we're listening to. What's the highlight for you out of all of this coming together?
Yeah,
I would
so-
imagine it's the audio.
Of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
right?
And what a treat. I mean, I love synthwave, and this is, to be honest, I've wanted to have synthwave in the game for some time, so
Personal
this is
vendetta to make it happen.
a vendetta. Yeah, pretty much. So really, what a great opportunity to have this tied together. And the slogan that emerged was music to drive to.
I love that.
And the thing with synthwave, it is just great to drive to, whether it's like the sun rising, a beautiful sunset, like you can see in the background here, or night driving with all the neon. It just works, you know.
Absolutely,
It's just lovely. And yeah, we've got some fantastic tracks as well.
Right, it's kind of a radio station without stuffing it full of tunes.
Exactly, and so we've stuffed it with 21 tracks.
Oh, amazing.
As you can see here, some of the great artists we pulled together for this. Some from new, some from like over the last sort of 10 years or so. One of my favorites for some time was Miami Nights 1984.
Love that you got that in there then.
Well, yeah, and to get Ocean Drive in there, I hope fans love driving to this because it is epic and it's one of my favorites of all time. Trues has just finished there as well. Got some great tracks in there. FM Attack, Droid Bishop, some lovely stuff. Just what we tried to do was sort of mix up the tone and feel. So we have some sort of more breezy numbers, sort of more chilled out,
Yeah.
think sort of cruising down by the beach, and then some sort of harder tracks as well for night driving, a bit more energy, like this next track.
Absolutely, yeah. And the thing that's really amazing, you know, taking us from the audio into the visuals is if we can have a U-turn, it's just about, I would say that then, Gin, and you finish the path. So let's start it again, is notice the environments are vibing with the radio.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. And it's everything. It's not just like a little bit in the corner. I don't know, Mihaela, if you could talk us through that process, because that must have been so cool to figure out.
Yep, so it was a really great collaboration with so many teams. We've got the technical artists, the audio team, the lighting team, designers, the environment artists. So many teams just came together just to make this an amazing update. And like you mentioned earlier, yes, the palms and the landscape pieces, they just pulsate to the music. So depending on what radio station you're listening to, because each radio station has got like a different vibe, like you mentioned before, we've got something for everybody.
Exactly.
So yeah, depending on the radio station, the palms and the landscape pieces, they will pulsate on the track. And this is just amazing.
Oh my days.
So every station, their tempo is tied.
Every station?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
every
cool.
track will work with BPM here, with the syncing. So it just looks epic.
Yeah.
You might even have like a lovely, if you listen to it carefully, there's this awesome sax solo on the Hazelland track.
I love
so it's
that.
all, it just feels in sync, it's beautiful. Just works really lovely.
And such a rich environment as well. There's so much going on. Oh, we're even in one of them.
Yeah, it's awesome to drive in it, but even just pausing and just like observing the environment with the music and just like chilling, taking pictures. Like I really hope the players will just stop.
Even
and
the
take
monument in the back's all lit up as well.
Yeah. Again, the lighting team has done such an amazing job, just like working on all of the assets, and like you mentioned, the pyramid in the background. The temple.
Tanks
and
up there as well.
yeah, I believe that like from far away, if you don't know what's going on, from far away you'll be able to notice that something is happening there. There
You
are
want to
some
go
lights.
investigate, right?
Exactly. You've got the towers with the tank and the H logo on some of them. So from far away you'll be able to notice it and just you'll be drawn to it. And again, like we've got the VFX, the sand drones.
We've not even spoke about that bit yet. That's incredible, just right in the middle there.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
it's amazing because no matter which side you are driving on, you will just be able to see it, and it kind of like follows your gaze. So yeah, and we do need a retrowave sound, right?
Have to.
Classic.
Imagine you started there and then everything else
Built
was added
out
on
from
top. Right, yeah, absolutely.
I think one of the best soundtrack points in this as well, we've actually got an exclusive remix by Mitch Murder in here
Nice.
as well, which is super exciting. I can't wait for players to hear that.
Ooh.
But just cruising down the highway with this remix playing, I think players are going to love. So
Oh, absolutely. And it's worth mentioning as well, I think I talk about this every single time, and when you've got a game that looks as good as Forza Horizon 5, you've just given the photographers even more ammunition to work with as well. Anywhere down this entire strip, you could stop and take an incredible photograph. In fact, I'm going to say, Gin, you're doing a great job with the camera there, my love.
Yeah, thank you very
so
much.
natural
So
that first
good.
time. So natural.
So good. I mean, even this grid bit down here looks fantastic as well.
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention whether you go very fast or if you just go very slowly. We've got the decals on the floor, we've got the grids at the entrances, which are all overhead. So it just creates a bit of like a nice entrance for you to come to the highway.
On the floor, wow.
Yeah, it kind of prepares you for what's ahead, and it ties all together. You've got the palms around to the left, to the right. You've got the landscape pieces. The lights also have got some neon tubes on them. You can see again the towers in the background. The sun so big, like in front of you,
Really
just
bold.
all ties well together.
Is it all smashable? I have to know.
Yes.
Gin,
Of
do your
course.
thing. Smash, 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 smash.
You get the
Let's
permission.
do it.
Go on. Yeah!
Smash, but not everything.
Wonderful.
But yeah, if the player wants to just keep smashing things, they've got the
Denied.
We still need to be able to see them from far away, right?
Very
So-
good. Those ones, no. Everything else, yes.
Yes. But yeah, there's a lot of fun to have over here. You drive very fast, you smash into things, or you just listen to the music and just keep driving
Just
and enjoy.
drive.
Just drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just drive. I love it. This is so cool. Thank you so much for the update. It looks absolutely incredible, and the retro wave vibes couldn't fit Horizon better. I'm sure we'll all agree. So thank you for taking us through that, Rory and Mihaela. But you know what they say with great updates? There's probably an even better festival playlist going on. So Gim, we're going to bring you in here to talk us through the challenges and rewards for this month.
Let's do that. So it's not actually me who's going to bring you the playlist.
dear.
It'll be Simon who's going to be bringing you playlist.
Hi,
Now, he
Simon.
couldn't be here today,
Hi, Simon.
so I'll be doing it on his behalf today.
Okay, wonderful.
He's done an excellent job of putting this playlist together for us, and I'll walk you through that today.
Stunning. Thank you so much.
Get started. So the first thing we should cover is the series rewards. The two vehicles, the first one you've seen already, the Envision 74 from 2022 for 80 points is absolutely spectacular. I think you'll agree. Following that, we also have for 160 points the classic, the original DeLorean DMC-12.
Yeah, we can't be doing a nostalgia theme without putting a DeLorean in there, can we?
Exactly.
Yeah,
There's a
amazing.
strong similarities between the two vehicles, I think you'll agree. Both very futuristic. Okay, so moving on to the first season of summer, the wet season. We have two vehicles for you as usual. For 20 points, we've got the Lamborghini Countach from 2021. And we also have the Ferrari 512 TR for 40 points as well. Two excellent mid-engine supercars for you as well.
Lovely stuff.
Let's have a look at the events here. So we have our Forzathon weekly challenges here, our daily challenges here, and let's pop into the Forzathon shop. See what's,
Go on. We'll
see
pick up
what's
some
in there.
bits. What we getting this week?
You're going to get your Extreme E pink race suit.
Aptly named.
There you go. And of course, we have a Hot Wheels sundress here for you. One of 6 of our new horns for this series. This is the dial tones.
Nice. Okay.
And of course, we have the R390 from Nissan, the GT1 spec car from for 500 Forzathon points.
Wonderful. Good stuff.
All right, let's have a little quick gander. So we've got the Horizon arcade mini games. We've got the trial, Countach for more.
Lovely.
Cheeky.
Very cheeky.
Very good.
We've got 2 really great event labs to look at today. The first one is Temple's Rally from Mike Getz. This one here, it's created from he's from the Forza Creators Guild, so it's of particularly high quality, as you can see. It's also very matching of our theme, it being very nighttime with a lot of the neons and everything else going on there as well. So we really like this one. We think it fits really well and plays
Absolutely,
really well
yeah.
too.
I also love that the community was already making this kind of on vibe.
They're waiting for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you guys come along, you're like, I'll have a little bit of that, I'll have a little bit of that one, wonderful, and peppered it throughout the playlist, I'm sure.
It's a great fit for sure.
Yeah.
The second one is also a great one as well, the Tiny Tangerine from Andy P's Back. And this one here, it's built on the Event Lab
Wow.
Island as well.
That
So of
doesn't
course
look
it's
like
on budget.
Event Lab Island
It looks
anymore,
incredible,
does it?
doesn't it? It looks like he's got, professionally done level right there, and it fits so well with one of the reward cars you can see driving around in the new Lamborghini there, which is excellent.
Looks gorgeous.
It does. Really, really detailed, really rich, amazing.
Get Horizon Wave in that as well.
Yes. Oh, yes. Love it.
So, we've got a bunch of other little events to look forward to. Your classic danger signs, speed traps, speed zones, seasonal championships as well. And of course, we've got our treasure hunt over here. If you manage to finish off our photo challenge, you get the Retro Wave outfit as well, which I hope
Oh,
you can get up on
look at
screen.
that.
There we go.
Love that.
I wish I could actually wear it in real life.
Well, then maybe that's what we need to start doing for these monthlies going forward, is bring a costumes department in already. I mean, I know me and you got the memo about the 80s today and the guys
Yes.
didn't,
We
but
didn't.
what we're missing is the rest of the ensemble. Or maybe that's just you two. Maybe we do a lovely, nice hair and makeup, and actually next
You
month,
get the
whatever the
outfits.
theme is, you two are in costume,
Yeah.
please.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Wouldn't be surprised now if neither of you were on the show next month.
Never
Like,
seen it
I
again,
ain't
yeah.
doing that.
I'm out.
Right, we'll make a note for production. Sort it.
Wicked. Okay, so next we've got our eliminator over here. We've got these Forza monthly rivals here where you get to try out some of our reward cars as well, which is excellent. And of course, our events for our DLC guys too. So we've got your rally events here and your Hot Wheels ones there.
Beautiful. What a great summer. I'd love to know what we've got cooking in autumn though.
Right, so in autumn, we've got this. We've got two amazing BMWs to get started with. We've got the BMW M6 from 1986 for 20 points, and for the BMW 850 CSI for 40 points as well. Two great 80s coupe cars there for you. Of course, we've got the Forza on weekly challenges and daily challenges. We've got the trial just over here as well. We've got two of our event labs. The first one being Horizon Dubai Old Town by John C.
In safe hands there, aren't you?
Yeah, he's consistent with the quality,
friend of the show,
right?
friend of the show.
Yeah, you can see in the video here that, it's a great track. You wouldn't believe that that was actually built in Mexico. He's done so much work to it. And as I mentioned before, it's well built, it's of high quality, and it takes an awful lot of effort to put something like that again into the game. And that's probably why we see Josie in our back so many times, of course, as well. Second one is Rally Cross Island by John Boy 1782. This one's on the Event Lab Island. He's done loads of work to add lots of verticality to it. I particularly like it. It feels like an old school rally special stage as well. So a mixture of different surfaces. And it's just fun to drift the vehicle around as well. You can just see in the clip there, which is really great. So moving on, we have our speed traps and our speed zones. Seasonal championships just over here. In our photo mode here, a photo challenge, you can win a doodle pattern helmet.
Nice. Love it.
And our collectibles are just over here.
Wonderful. I love when we have smashables, and the thing I love the most about this is that it's an aerial one. I'm someone who enjoys hugely throwing as many vehicles as possible into the sky. So I like when you reward me with something to smash as well. So I just want to say thank you for that, I suppose.
Yeah, don't thank me. You got to thank Simon for that one.
Thank you, Simon.
Okay. He did a great job. If you play the event, you'll get to see that he's spending a lot of time positioning them nicely at the peak of the dunes.
Nice,
so if you get the jumps just right, you can just clip them, and it's a lot of fun to be able to smash these smashables for sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Simon.
There you go. So following on from that, we've got our monthly rivals and, of course, our events for the rally and Hot Wheels guys too.
Wonderful. I think it's time for a little bit of winter.
Okay, so for winter, we have two amazing cars. This is one of my favourite seasons here because we've got this Lotus Esprit from 1980.
That's like peak 80s. Something about the look and the shape of it is exactly, if you were to ask me to draw an 80s car from scratch, I feel like it would look dreadful, but it would look quite close to that one, the Esprit for sure.
It's amazing. It's just a wedge on wheels, isn't it? And that's exactly how we like it. Of course, that is great, but the pièce de résistance is definitely the Honda NSX RGT.
Personal favourite of yours?
Personal favourite of mine.
Okay.
It being a Honda and a Type R and the top spec one as well.
Adding to the Gin law here. I'm
there
such a fan of this.
It's amazing. And that's only 40 points. I expect everybody to work hard to get that one. Okay, so moving on, we've got our Forza-thon weekly challenges and daily. The shop's just here. We've got back to the 90s in the trial. And for our two event labs, the first one is As Take My Chances from The Filthy Honey. And that one there's got loads of great decorations. You can see here, it really helps to transport you from your standard environment. There's loads of work that's been done to get it to this sort of stage. And it's actually a really fun circuit to drive around as well. There's a nice river, it's kind of hidden by the night time, but there's a little nice river to look at as well when you're driving around too.
Mihaela, I've always wondered, from like an environmental artist perspective, what's it like when you see Event Lab and people taking all the tools you put in to build these like gorgeous environments that you haven't had, I suppose, in your tools or what you've been able to play with when you do the artistry?
I'm very impressed because it is really hard to kind of like not just place the things together, but also make them feel interesting to the player as well, to just drive around. And it's just nice that they are using those tools and they are making such great tracks. It's awesome. And also, like, I've seen some previous ones, they've got so much stuff in it, like the amount of time put in it. It's just
rich with detail and craft and care and passion.
And it's really good that they pay attention to detail as well. As like, I know the car is like going very fast, but still, like, you can see those environments from the side view, and also, like, it just makes it like a nice experience to drive when you've got those assets on the side.
Basically creating a character, but that just being the map that you race on, right?
It feels different if you've got like a neon light around you, or if you've got nothing.
Absolutely. Wonderful. All right, what do we got on the next one from Gabriel?
Yeah, let's have a look at it. So this one is Le Capitaine from Gabriel Sayel. I hope I pronounced his name correctly.
You did a great job.
I tried my best. And so look in the video, you can just have a look at this level. It's absolutely epic. You know, there's some really great blind crests and off-camber corners. So, of course, it plays really well, but I think it looks good. He's got loads of balloons and stuff in the background to make it feel like some sort of cool festivals kicking off. And, of course, you're surrounded by all the great mountains and everything else.
Yes.
So it's really fun to look at.
I would go slowly.
Yeah.
I would drive very slowly and just, like, chill.
Yeah.
With a synthwave track.
Yes.
Yeah. You're there, like, with the new radio station on as well.
Just get that in.
My best friend, Horizon Wave.
We're close.
We're good.
So for this season, we've also got a showcase remix, which always goes down well. This one's off the rails here as well. And if you get it done, you get yourself a foghorn for your troubles as well.
Wonderful.
Which is really cool.
Foghorn for your troubles. Oh, that's great.
So next we've got our seasonal playground games, speed zones, trailblazers, seasonal championships. For the photo challenge here as well, you get another car horn.
Nice.
Did we mention we're getting car horns in this one?
I think it might be worth reiterating again. I think we're getting some new car horns, aren't we?
Might be getting some new car horns. Is that right there, Rory?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. I heard.
Our representative of car horns in the corner over there, of course.
6, I believe.
That's right.
Thank you, Rory.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And of course, got our usuals, the Eliminator over here, monthly rivals, and of course our usuals for our Rally and Hot Wheels DLC guys too.
Lovely. And last but not least, it's time for spring.
So for spring, we are back with the Citroen BX4 TC for 20 points. And for another 40 points, you can get yourself a GMC Cyclone.
Now, we've caught up a little bit more on your lore, Gin. I want to, Rory and Mihaela, I mean, I don't often ask you your favourite cars, which is dreadful of me, and I shouldn't do that. If you had to pick one of them two, which would it be? I'm putting you on the spot right now. Favourite?
GMC.
Citroen for me.
Oh, a split in the room.
Look at it.
Any particular reason? Just the looks?
Look and sound, feel. I mean, it's just...
Feel?
It's a beaut. The whole thing.
I can just imagine.
I'm just imagining you finding one of these in person and just touching it and being like, yes.
Yes, I found you.
I made a good choice here, yes.
Good choice.
Well, I chose mine also because of a feel, but a different feel.
A different type of feel, yeah.
I can just imagine myself with the windows open and just driving fast and like feeling the breeze. That was it.
And you've got like, I don't know, I want to put like a dog in the back. This is a ridiculous thing to say, but I just feel like a dog would really like being in the back there.
That could
Enjoy
be careless.
the weather.
They could be careless.
Well,
you know, they could be sliding around.
That is true. More dogs then to pad
Just
it out.
fill it in with dogs.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Solved.
There we go. That's why that's our favourite. Thank you, chat. I know you were wondering. What else do we have, Gin?
Okay, right, let's crack on. So we got our Forza-thon weekly challenges and daily challenges in our shop. Of course, we've got the trial Crosstown Classics in this case here. And for our event labs, which everybody's looking forward to, we've got Waterfall GP, and this is by Dexter4130D. Do we have a video for this? There we go, and it looks absolutely incredible. I'm a big fan of height changes.
Okay.
This has a ton of them, and you've got incredible tunnels and everything else. If you look at it, it looks like nothing else that you've ever seen in our game
absolutely.
before. It really drives well. There's a great drift on these peaks of these hills here too.
Got donuts as well.
You've got donuts too. You never know when you're going to need those. So, but it's a really fun track.
Now.
No.
Right now, yes. Perfect. Well, I'm thinking about donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, we're going to get way off track here.
So we've got our usual events over here too. And of course, did I skip something? Let's have a look here. We've got our treasure hunt. And of course, if you get this photo challenge done, you get the white snake helmet.
Hell yeah, that sounds good.
And I got our monthly rivals just over here, followed by our events for Rally and Hot Wheels just there.
Amazing. A fantastic walk through the playlist. I know we spoke a little bit, actually we spoke quite a lot about the horns on the way, but there's also 3 new badges I think we should talk about just before we move on. I think we should bring them up and see what they are as well. One of them in particular I've got my eyes on as well. It looks so, so good. There we go. Badges, and right at the end.
These badges are great. So we've got these 3 to show you.
Oh, look at it.
You reach this objective,
it's
you get the
gorgeous.
setting sun here, followed by playtime.
Love it.
And my favourite, max revs.
Max Revs.
It's really cool. So these are great badges to have, I feel.
Yeah, really, really nice. Can't wait to see everyone taking them out on the road. Thanks, Gib, for taking us through your first festival playlist.
You're
I'm so
welcome.
proud of you.
You're
That was
welcome.
good. Very good.
Thank you,
is
Simon.
proud.
Thank you, Simon.
Thank you, Simon.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. Well, it's a packed month. So packed, in fact, that it sounds really awful. Roy, this is all the time we've got with you, I'm afraid.
No way.
I don't know if you know that or not, but it's time that you get out that soap. I'm kidding. It's been lovely to have you. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
I
you.
bet everyone is super excited to check out Horizon Wave. So on behalf of them, as they're not all sat in the room with us, I just want to thank you for the effort and the time and the love that you put into it. So hopefully we can see you back on the couch soon.
Sure, thanks so much, and everyone enjoy the music.
I'm sure we shall. All right then, it's time to cruise into the reward cards for this series, and who else other than vehicle director Chris Phillips to help steer our conversation. How you doing, Chris? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Nice pun. I like that pun.
Thank you very much. I'm very good at them. There's something different about you today. Do you have a
I think
haircut?
I've come my hair on the other side today.
I think that's it. Yeah, you look really good though.
Thank
A
you.
big fan of how you've appeared, and also you just seem brighter. Is it potentially because you saw the Hyundai Envision earlier and giggling like a little child?
That was good fun. That was good fun having that.
Yeah. Is it like a car Christmas having that arrive at your
Little
workplace?
bit, yeah. Took a lot of photos.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, I cannot wait to see them coming at a social media feed near us soon, I'm sure. But you're here to go through the cars, to give us a little drive around. And we're starting off in the Lambo, right?
Yes, Lamborghini Countach LPI 800-4.
You said it. I went
didn't
down and
just
said
read it off the
Lambo.
So Lamborghini made this in 2022, or 2021 even, sorry. And it's to celebrate 50 years of the Countach. So the Countach is arguably one of the most iconic supercars ever made. It's kind of known as a poster car. Originally designed by Marcello Gandini. And this was them just paying homage to that original. So the Countach ran from, like, I think 73 through to 1990, so it had a really long run. And it went through multiple changes. So this is based on the original Countach. Which
It
is
looks
a
like you got
much
some
subtler
fans
one.
there. That coach
Yeah,
in the
it's-
background, they're all taking pictures and all.
When you own a hypercar, you can park wherever you want.
Everyone's going to stop and have a look.
No one's going to give me a ticket in Horizon. It's all good. So it looks incredible. So one thing that I really like is that the look of the Countach has kind of worked its way through all of the bigger Lamborghinis. So going back to that original design with the current design as their base just works so well. Like the shape just works brilliantly for it. So I'll drive that. I think people want to see it drive.
And it's picking up the lights and the styles of the retro waves.
It
So good.
matches this series theme
Absolutely.
beautifully. I think we've got a great selection of cars this series. But yeah, so the Countach, it's based on the Lamborghini Sian, which we had a few series back, many series back.
Yep.
So it's got an 800 horsepower V12 with a supercapacitor-based hybrid system. So instead of a battery, it has a thing called a supercapacitor, which is so Lamborghini. I just love that.
It's so Lamborghini.
So yeah, 800 horsepower. Kind of, yeah, the underpinnings are very much the Sian, but you get this just absolutely incredible looking bodywork.
It's so good, and it's going very, very fast as well.
Yeah, my plan was to drive it through the kind of lit up section, but it's so fast that it just blew through it very quickly. So I'll go back.
Yeah, do it again.
So only, I think it's 112 of these are to be made.
Wow.
So it's incredibly rare. And if you want to buy one,
Yeah, I'm interested.
2 million euros.
Ooh,
And
I've
they're all
not got
sold
that
out.
down so far,
So-
sorry.
Yeah, so unfortunately no longer available. If you're lucky enough to have one, I envy you because
Hold on tight.
it's such a gorgeous looking thing, this. Let's just drive it back through here one more time. 'Cause
Why
it just
not?
Looks incredible.
So good.
Fits the
Back, you
scene
know.
so well.
It
doesn't
really does, doesn't it? Absolutely. Oh, look at that. every frame a painting, you know? Look at it.
that, look at that.
Oh my days.
Yeah, love this thing. It suits this series so well. Every other car in this is a proper 80s car, whereas this, I think, is the only modern one. But it just ties back to that Countach, which I think kind of defines the 80s sort of aesthetic for supercars.
So should we go back to the 80s and look at one of those other cars then?
Yeah,
Specifically, 1986 is a great year.
It's a good year.
Stunning year.
Wasn't around then.
No, me neither, dear.
Yeah, year before I was
Word
born.
of mouth has told me 1986 is great. And we're going to be looking specifically at the Citroen BX-RTC.
Yes.
Yes.
The BX4TC.
Another fan.
Yeah. This one's trying to get past me. I'm not, still not on a supercar. They're a bit more aggressive.
So rude.
Just in an old Citroen. But it's not any old Citroen. So anyone that's watched some of our streams before knows that at Playground we have a little bit of a thing about Group B, which was this mad era of rallying where there was no regulations. Manufacturers were allowed to do what they wanted to do. So we had the Audi Quattro, Lancia Delta S4, Peugeot 205 T16, Ford RS200, and this, the Citroen BX4TC, which people don't really remember.
Okay.
It's so we thought the Countach was rare with 112 of them.
Is this even rarer?
This is even rarer.
Wow, really?
But because it kind of falls in that category of forgotten cars that are now being remembered.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't the most successful of Group B cars. It competed in 3 rallies, didn't finish 2 of them, came 6th in the one it did finish. Kind of meant no one really bought them, so only 64 were bought, and only 30 remain today.
Goodness me.
So they've become like a real kind of collector's item now.
More real-life barn finds.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes. So the reason it didn't do that well is, as I say, Group B was completely unrestricted. I'm going to take off-road.
Also, just by the way, sidebar, Retrowave looks great during the day.
Yeah, it does.
Yes. Shout out, Mihaela. Your team, very, very good.
It also looks really good driving in a white car next to the palms and the blue barriers.
Yeah, really, really nice. Stunning.
We didn't even plan that. Yeah, so as I said, Group B was like a completely unrestricted era. So every manufacturer kind of went all out. Think of it like F1, but for rallying.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Citroen, they were a bit indecisive about doing it, so they opted to use a lot of the components from the road car on the rally car. So it kept the steel body, kept the hydropneumatic suspension, which is really cool. But it meant it just wasn't that competitive. It was a bit overweight. I think most of the Group B cars were like 900 something kilos. This came in at 1100. Engine-wise, it was a 2.2 litre turbo. In road form, I think that was 200 horsepower, and only 380 in rallying form. When the Quattro and the Delta, they were at times hitting numbers of rumoured 800 horsepower. But even though it didn't do that well, I love the look of this thing. It's, for me, I think 80s. I think you were talking about earlier. You think boxy cars, you think kind of straight lines, and for me, this is that. And then the decals down the side of it and the French colours, just absolutely love it.
What's it like on the inside?
Let's have a look.
Since very few people in the world will ever see that, what have we got going on?
So we've got some cool gauges.
Yeah, it is. But again, it just looks like an old car in there. It's awesome.
From memory, where is it? Somewhere on it, there is an awesome old logo that I love. There it is on the front of it. Oh, thankfully they were ghosted. It says 4x4 on the front, but it's Citroen by Citroen.
Oh,
it's like a nod to 4x4 because unlike other rally cars, this actually was a 4x4, not all-wheel drive, so the centre diff was locked in it, which was also not the best. But yeah, I just love the decals. It's so of the period. So yeah, when we're putting the retro wave together, I was like, this car has to be in this series.
Has to be in
Perfect
there.
for it.
Absolutely. Well, I love the mix of old and new cars we've got for the rewards this month, especially how it's pretty much exactly what we've just said. We have this new modern look for cars now, but it was kind of boxy back in the day. And speaking of boxing, let's go from celebrating the past and the future to celebrating the present day, because I heard some friends are joining the Retro Wave party to celebrate their own anniversary. And here we are, the Horizon Festival will also be celebrating Minecraft's 15th anniversary. 15 years, with 2 new cosmetic items. Available via the message centre from May 23rd until the end of the year. You got bags of time. Dress your character as Minecraft's most recognisable mobs with the Minecraft Creeper helmet and, this is my favourite, the Minecraft Enderman helmet. How cool is that? Folks in the room, are we Team Creeper, Team Enderman? Gin, I'm going to come to you first.
It's going to be Enderman for the nighttime stealthy look going on
Yes,
there.
the neon, it's all there. I love it. Mihaela, what about you?
The Enderman, I just like the sounds.
Yeah, and Chris, are you going to be with us or against us?
I'm just going to go different. I'm going to say creeper, just to be different.
Why not? You do like being different, don't you, Chris? Wonderful. It's so cool. It's so, so lovely. But what about if you want to be Team Tank? Well, the love is mutual because you're going to be able to find this awesome Forza Tank hoodie in Minecraft. Look at that. Just launch Minecraft on May 23rd and head to the dressing room to claim your Forza Tank hoodie. But now, I'm going to do some more puns for you, right, Chris? Now let's craft an event with the finest materials by jumping into... So this month we are highlighting an event called Plinth Craft Race 3, created by the legendary Event Lab creator, Josie. Already been on the show multiple times today. We're going to look at him a bit more. Let's jump in. Chris, you're taking the wheel on this one as well, and I think you'll pretty much figure out quite quickly why we've selected this one. But let's have a look at it right now. Also, note is called Plinth Craft. I wonder if, can anyone in the room spot why it's called that? Anyone figured it out?
I wonder.
I'll help you out. It's because they only use plinths to make this entire course. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's so nice.
It's incredible, the amount of work and
Dedication.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so much detail as well. Like if I've just noticed those buildings, they got like something yellow on it, and it's incredible to think that it's just one prop.
Yeah.
Right, even the bridges and the buildings and everything, all created with the same one prop.
Yeah.
And all they do is colour it differently, it would seem, and probably scale it. But it's an incredible amount of work and effort that's gone into it. But one thing we, aside from the aesthetics, it actually plays well. You just saw Chris do a fast lap as well. It's gone in a blink of an eye.
Never going to do a slow lap, were you, Chris?
No.
Yeah. But it plays well, and it's a great combination of something that looks good and plays well.
Absolutely. And, the fact that we're talking about Minecraft's 15th celebration, what better map is there to talk about than this one? It's also worth calling out that it is called Plinth Craft Race 3 for a reason. There are 3 of them. I implore you to check out the first 2. But yeah, while we're here, just look at that. It's absolutely stunning. The little details in the road as well.
It does feel like it's actually just a one-piece bridge, but it's not. It's just made out of multiple pieces. It's a really great job.
Yeah, it's really, really unique. There's very few things you'll ever find of someone making something like that. Even the trees.
Ah, that's all lovely.
Well done, Josie.
Is that a river or a lake? River.
I just thought blue. I just thought it was a blue floor. I didn't even try to think what it was. Actually, no, look,
Yeah,
it's a
river.
waterfall.
Yeah.
So there's just a bit
Oh,
there.
there we go.
Wow.
It's a waterfall.
There you
I didn't
go.
notice the waterfall.
Just keeps on giving.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Josie. What a gift you've given us today. If anyone
Attention
wants
to detail.
It is, absolutely, through and through. We were speaking about this before, actually, weren't we, Mihaela? If you want to play it for yourself, you can check it out right now in the PG Editor's Choice tab in-game, or look it up using the share code shown on screen right now. Now, Josie made an event with a single prop, but that doesn't mean that Event Lab are sleeping on you. They have got hundreds more, and this month, we're not slowing down either, because there are going to be 20 brand new Event Lab props being added. So this includes walls, fences, and naturally, because of this update, loads and loads and loads of lights. In fact, Gin, I think there's even a special detail about those props, right?
That's right, yeah. I mean, you can see on screen, and Kayla's kindly placed 3 of
Here's
the palm
one we
trees
slightly
out.
started earlier,
That's
yeah.
right, and they come in 3 flavours. You've got one that's stationary on the right-hand side, and then there's a pulsing one just to the left of that, and another one which is pulsing, but includes an animated wave effect as well.
Interesting,
So
okay.
They come in 3 flavours.
Lovely, and there's a few items this works on as well. So you've got is this block? That is humongous as well. The neon cube, that's the one. That's awesome.
Yeah, and again, like it reacts to the music, except the static one, which is this one over here.
This looks good as is. And how big for scale is the pyramid versus the car?
Oh, let's
Which now looks tiny.
let's put a pyramid as
Ah,
well
there we
next
go.
to the car.
Wonderful.
Here we go. I believe you could also put the pyramid on top of the cube if you wanted to, but I'll let players do that.
That's a bit challenges for us in the room. That's maybe something that Josie can tackle for us, right?
Yes, let him play with those assets.
Wonderful. Okay, awesome. But the fun doesn't end there, does it? There's stuff coming next month as well, and we love to give you a little tease. So let's have a look and see what is coming soon. Again, do you want to give us a little teaser here?
Let me tell you what's coming soon.
Yeah.
The next one's called Modern Horizons. And we've got a highly requested car. And we've got new events, of course, followed by new Event Lab props.
Even more. I love when you say more props are coming, and we've just shown you 20 more that have been added. Wow. We are good.
Finally, a new collectible for everybody too.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that again. I'm very excited, but that is all we have for you this series. So thank you very much to all of our guests from today for cruising us through all the Forza Horizon 5 news this month. We look forward to bathing ourselves in a sea of neon lights and retro tunes once the Horizon Retro Wave series hits the festival starting on May 23rd, 2024. Thanks so much for watching. We're going to see you next time. Now, again, we're going to wave to that camera, then we're going to say adios. You ready? End of the show. Adios, everyone.